Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's KG Chaos. In this video, we're going to talk about the Division 2 and some new info on the beta that was released yesterday. The beta comes out the 7th of February to the 11th, and the game comes out in March. So the game is coming out very, very soon, and here's where you can get your latest info. So I'm going to talk about the beta info first, and then I'm going to go into just some refreshing details on the Black Zone and gameplay for the actual release. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's begin this video. And when you guys start the beta, you can be limited to one character during the testing phase or the beta. You cannot delete this character, so don't think you can just make one character and say, I don't like this, delete it, and make a new one. You only be limited to one character during this testing phase, but you are able to cycle through different presets of the customization features and randomize your agent. Your character progression is only capped at level 7, so you cannot go past level 7 while playing the beta. You only have access to 2 missions during the beta, which one will be the Jefferson Trade Center and one at Grand Washington Hotel. So there's only 2 that you'll be able to play when you are getting on the game. Only 2 story missions that are allowed for you to explore. There also will be other side missions available, one being at like Empire Autumn Hotel, MLK Library Hostages, National Archives, Mustang Court Rescue, and Bureau Headquarters. So those are side missions you can play. There are 5 of them. 5 of them, and then you can only play 2 main story missions whenever you get onto the beta. And here's all the content you'll be able to access while playing the beta that starts on February 7th. There'll be 2 main story missions in Grand Washington Hotel and Jefferson Trade Center. There will be 5 additional side missions and some control points and activities for you to do. There will be Dark Zone and Conflict, the Dark Zone East, and you'll be able to do Skirmish PvP mode, which is about 4v4 you versing other players, and then the Dark Zone East, which is one of the 3 Dark Zones you'll be able to access in the game on full release. And then there will be 2 in-game mission type things you'll be able to do, which one being Invaded Mission and 3 specializations. I'll get more into those later in this video. So the beta will be accessible from February 7th to the 11th. It will start at 1 a.m. Pacific time on the 7th and end at 1 a.m. Pacific time on February 11th. Also, additionally, there will be different zones as well, one being the White House, which will be your base of operations, Downtown East, the Federal Triangle, the Smithsonian, Final Epithet, and 1040. The Dark Zone East will also be the only Dark Zone to be able to access, which is the largest of the 3 Dark Zones that will be in the game on release. So it'll be an overgrown governmental parks. You'll acquire the DZ East introduction mission from Sanit Azera, the new Dark Zone NPC in the base of operations after completing the Jefferson Trade Center main story mission. So after you guys complete that mission, you have full access to the Dark Zone East for the beta. The private beta will also feature a portion of the Divisions 2 endgame. After completing the Jefferson Trade Center mission for the first time. You will gain access to endgame missions that unlock level 30 characters upon your account. And then once you get that and you log into one of these characters, the endgame mission will begin. Each character is equipped with different specializations, so feel free to find your favorite. Please note that the endgame mission will only be available starting at February 8th at 5 p.m. Central Time. So whenever that starts, it'll go until the end of the beta. So don't think you'll be able to only play it on the February 8th. You'll be able to play it until the end of the beta. It just starts on February 8th at 5 p.m. Central Time. So the beta phase is not under NDA, so pretty much encourage you to capture and share the experience with everybody, your friends, whatever it is. If you guys want to capture it and share it, you'll be able to do that. This version of the game is not the final of the elements, but they are subject to change when the full game is released. And that is it for all the new beta details we got yesterday. So I'm just going to do some refresher on the kind of gameplay of the game and the Dark Zones. So Division 2 will be set in a post-apocalyptic Washington, D.C., which releases on March 15th, 2019. And some of the major landmarks that will be in the game is going to be the White House, Pentagon, National Mall, and other major landmarks, kind of referencing at the American Civil War and also the American War of Independence. Some more things that you'll be able to see will be the United States Botanical Garden and Capitol Hill. The Division 2 also brings a game around 6 months after the events of the first game, so around 7 months of the actual outbreak of the virus that would cause America's downfall. The enemies in the Division, if you guys remember them, are the Rioters, the Rikers, Cleaners, and then the Last Man Battalion. All those were the main ones in the Division, the first Division game. In Division 2, we know 3 names, like 3 enemy faction names that will be in this game. That's all we really know. We don't know if there's going to be any more, or we don't really know the names of any more factions, but the ones we do know are called the Hyenas. The Hyenas are pretty much optimistic raiders. The True Sons, which are our fastest group, they're well armored, well equipped, and highly driven, so they're kind of like the Last Man Battalion that was in the first game. And then there's the Outcasts, which are a faction of religious zealots with a charismatic and vengeful leader dropping them up. So then again, that's all the only three that we actually know that are going to be in Division 2. If there's going to be any more, we do not know them yet. But again, the other Hyenas, the True Sons, and the Outcasts. So I know I talked a little bit about dark zones in one of my recent videos. I talked about the division in. So there's going to be 3 different dark zones around the edge of the map, rather than just one central dark zone. This being one dark zone is going to be long range, one's going to be medium range, and one's going to be close range combat. So pretty much each of the 3 dark zones gets its own aesthetic and gameplay style, like I said. It just depends on what type of weapon you want to use and what you are better at in a sense. So if your team or if you're by yourself, or like say you're with a team and you guys are better at close range, you guys go with the close range one. Pretty much just and each of them have like they have their own like largeness to them. The East Zone's the largest one. The other 2 I do not know yet, which is probably going to be the short range will be the littlest one, and the medium range will be the second, and then the largest one will be the long range zone, which kind of really makes sense though for it. So that's pretty much what's going to be in each of the dark zones, and then the Dark Zone East, like I said, is going to be the only one that you'll be able to access in the beta. And one thing that I really like about the how they're going to be different in this game, the dark zones, how they're going to be different is that they're going to be all normalized. So like players can exploit the game mechanics and create unbeatable DPS character builds and just reap on all the best loot and just kill everybody. You will not be able to do that in this game. Everything will be normalized. It's really just going to be based on your skill and teamwork of who's going to come out on top in a gunfight. You no longer be able to have this OP weapons or OP builds that you can just destroy people with. Now you will have to have you and your team will have to do just to be well coordinated, be able to talk well, and to be able to beat the enemy that you are versing, because you will not be able to have unbeatable builds anymore like you didn't have in Division 1. Extractions will also be a little different too. No common items will no longer have to be carried out of a containment tag. So if you guys find a common item, they will go straight into your inventory, but when you find the rarest type of gear, you will have to extract that out. So you will be able to get that. You cannot just put it straight in your inventory. The only thing you'll be able to put straight into your inventory will be common type items. And now all extracted gear will re-roll to your player level. So if you steal someone's loot or end up with like a worthy reward in addition, everything will just go straight and re-roll to your level. So in the dark zone, there's going to be 3 different type of dark zone states. One being rogue, disavowed rogue, and manhunt. We don't know anything really about rogue and disavowed rogue. They haven't really said anything. I don't know if like you go into the dark zone and you're instantly a rogue. Because like you just go in dark zone, that's what your status is, or if you just have to kill somebody and then you become a rogue, you kill more people, you become disavowed rogue, and then you go into manhunt. Manhunt's the only thing we really know that much about. So pretty much when you become a manhunt status, it's pretty much telling everyone in the dark zone that hey, this guy is like he just keeps killing people. You can go kill him now and gain a reward, kind of like Division 2 and hit the max status. You could go and kill someone and get XP and things like that. In this game, that's the only thing we really know so far that is kind of given to us in details. So rogue and disavowed rogue, we don't know much about. If it's like you start off as a rogue, or like you have to kill at least one person to become a rogue, we don't really know. But if you do kill enough people, you will become a manhunt status, where people can come kill you for XP and loot and stuff like that. Now, if you guys remember in Destiny 2 that they have 6-player raids, in this game there will be 8-player raids for you to do. So you'll be able to go get the best loot if you guys want a certain thing. I don't know if it's going to be the raids will have certain loot you can get from them, or it's going to completely randomize. It just gets the highest rare rate possible. Those aren't really talked much about, so we don't know if it's going to be set loot you get, or if it's just going to be randomized loot you can get anywhere. Just the best rarity you can get will be inside the raids. So like the number one thing I love about games is when they add DLCs that are completely free. So in Division 2, there will be 3 major pieces of free DLC, which all come out the same year as release date. So it will come. This game comes out in March. We will get 3 major DLCs that are completely free the first year of the first year of Division 2's release date, which I'm really excited for because I love free content. So Division 2, when it launches, will have a dedicated PvP mode that will be called Conflict. It's a suit of specialist versus modes, including Team Deathmatch, Skirmish, and Domination, which will allow opposing squads to afford players to duel to the highest score, get loot, XP, and things like that. So Conflict is also normalized, so all weapon gear status are balanced and standardized, rather than being based on the main game's loot status, meaning that skill will be a governed element rather than owning the most meta gun. So pretty much everything's going to be kind of leveled out. Every gun's going to be this, well, not every single gun's going to have the same damage, but you guys know what I mean. Like a certain sniper will have the same sniper for other players. Like just maybe a scar for you will be the same as a scar for them. Everything will be leveled out. No one will be better than anybody else. It's mainly going to be on the skill of you and your team and how you communicate and how you just kill the other enemy team. So there's only 4 abilities that we know so far in the game, which one being Assault Drone, which is an unmanned device that can be controlled remotely and sent to unleash a special brand of hell on unwitting enemies. There's going to be a Chem Launcher, which a Chem Launcher shoots various chemicals that disperse on impact. Its effects vary from explosive vapors to corrosive acids to repairing nanobots. So repairing nanobots probably just means like it's kind of a killing agent where you shoot your teammate and it heals them. Also, there's going to be Hive, which primarily is used as a defense tool. The offensive version is called Wasp Hive. There are small drones that launch to causing devastating effects to targets within an area. There's also a Seeker Mine, which that was kind of in the first Division game. Once activated, this mine locks onto the closest enemy target in range and rolls along the ground in their direction, detonating when it gets close enough. That was in Division 1, so you guys already know what the Seeker Mine is. And also, there's going to be a level cap of 30. The Division 2 specializations let you progress past the level cap and send you down the new game paths of the Sharpshooter, Demolitionist, and Survivalist. You can start by selecting a new signature weapon. For instance, like Sharpshooter, you get like a 50 cal sniper that penetrates multiple foes, and Demolition, which gets a special grenade launcher. So you guys know what that one does, is blows stuff up. You can probably do a lot more damage to higher level enemies and bosses. You can also take on and level up new specialists as you sink more into the Division 2 game. Last thing I'm going to talk about is that if you guys want Division 2 and you play on PC, you have to go to Epic Game Store instead of Steam. They did recently take it off Steam, so if you guys play PC and you want this game, make sure you guys go over to Epic Game Store to be able to pre-order this Division 2. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I just want to let you guys know some things about the game for the beta kind of content that was released yesterday, and just a refresher on the Dark Zones and kind of gameplay of the all around in general. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video and all support over the past year or so that I've been getting. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot, and I thank you in advance if you do. Also, hit that notification button so you guys get notified as soon as my new videos come live. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.